Welcome to Liverpool Lime Street. Prepare the train for departure before heading towards Runcorn. So press T to open the doors. Insert the master key with Shift and W. Reverser to neutral. Reset the AWS. Signal overhead is clear, so turn off the DRA. Insert the driver ID thing. Like that. Enter my train service number. So this train is for Chester. So Chester is 1138, which just so happens to be our departure time. Enter train number. So going outside, it says Chester. Headlights. And we should be good to go. The next stop is Liverpool South Parkway at 11:49. To press C twice to acknowledge the guard, proceeding forward and power to notch 2. So it's passing Liverpool Lime Street. The speed limit is 15 miles an hour, and we'll have about 5.5 miles to Liverpool South Parkway. So on the left were, I think it was a pair of 156s to Oxford Road via Warrington Central. Then in front of it are a pair of 158s to Norwich. On the right is a Pendolino to London Euston. Is there meant to be a giant hole in the ceiling? I assume that's normal. Coming through Edge Hill, the speed limit is now jumped up to 30 miles an hour. Yeah, just cut out the tunnel because if you play with dynamic lighting on, the bit between Lime Street and Edge Hill is dark, and because my PC isn't powerful enough to run dynamic lighting with the game still looking good, I have to play with it off, which means, yeah, the game looks like arse. But at least has a smooth frame rate. At the moment I'm getting about 20 FPS. So that was Edge Hill Station. Next station we'll pass through will be Mosley Hill. I think it's Mosley Hill, then West Ellerton, and then South Parkway. So line to the left goes off towards Manchester via Hyton, also towards Wigan, and then the West Coast Main Line. So today we're taking this Class 175 from Liverpool to Crewe, with train 1 Bravo 09 Liverpool to Chester. So the original train would have gone via Frodsham and come off the line at Runcorn, but because of fictional enduring work, this train is being diverted via Crewe. So it's stopping at Lime Street, South Parkway, Runcorn and Crewe. So Crewe at about 33.5 miles. On the right is Edge Hill Intercity Depot, where I just put in some Pendolinos that you can't see. Speed limit should be going up to 80 miles an hour. And then back down to 70 as we pass through Mosley Hill. Go on, brake. Please. What are the brakes in this? They're really sensitive. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure if this train was actually a 175 or if it was like a 158. But it will help. The 100 miles an hour speed limit will help us on the West Coast Main Line when we join at, I think it's after Runcorn. And then after with a junction, the speed limit goes up to 125. So it'll help us keep up with the pendolinos. So yeah, this scenario is part of my West Coast Mainline Missing Link, or as it's formerly known as, West Coast Mainline Midlands and Northwest scenario pack. I'm hoping to get this out by August 14th, so maybe later, maybe sooner. So far I have done 2 of the 6 scenarios. So first scenario I made was from Tenwell and Dudley to Wolverhampton. The second one was from, this one, Liverpool to Crewe. 5 6s. Third one is from Crewe to Wigan in a 309. Also speed limit 70. This is Moseley Hill Station. Next station will be West Allerton. And then at that point I should start braking for South Parkway. This is West Allerton Station, where we have about a mile to South Parkway. So in the top left is my frame counter. I thought I'd leave that on just so you know how well the route runs on my computer. So at the moment I'm getting about 15 as it loads in. Yeah, I don't know why the route is so frame intensive. I think it's something to do with the overhead wires. So approaching Liverpool South Parkway. So on the Liverpool to Manchester route via Warrington, you will normally come off here and head left towards Woodlands, but we're carrying straight on towards Runcorn. And I think the game's crashed. Oh wait, never mind. So this is Liverpool South Parkway. Change here for Merseyrail trains to Hunts Cross. And somewhere else. Yeah, I don't know Merseyrail at all. I think I've only seen a Merseyrail train once, and I don't remember where it was. So arrival into Liverpool South Parkway. Next up is Runcorn at 11:57. Nope, not that. Wrong one. So departing Liverpool South Parkway, the speed limit is 80 going down to 70. And we have about 7.5 miles to Runcorn. Line to the left goes to Warrington Central and Manchester Oxford Road, Deansgate and Piccadilly, and also Allerton Depot. So looking in the passenger view, you can see Allerton Depot there is completely empty. Also, what's with the engine sounds? Yeah, I need to put some stock in there. Yeah, I think there's something definitely wrong with the sounds in here. Yeah, looking outside, this is a Transport for Wales livery. What the hell's wrong with my headlights? So yeah, the red and the white, a lot like Greta Anglia. Yeah, the livery, the reskin, was created by Major Wells Design. It's a really nice reskin. I think the first time I saw the new livery was at Manchester Oxford Road, and it was 175001. That was nice. I think it was going from North Wales to the airport in Manchester. So the next station will be Ditton, which closed in the 90s, I think. So the lines on the left are the freight lines used by freight trains, obviously. I think it's mainly just like cars, like you put a car on a train, they send it somewhere, and also containers from Garston Freightliner terminal. Speed limit is now what, 95. If the thing about the 175 is that its acceleration is a bit crap, because if you look at the speedometer. Yeah, it's accelerating very slowly. I'm on a gradient of almost flat. So yeah, 175 acceleration is, well, shit. So yeah, after Runcorn, instead of going right towards Frodsham, we'll be carrying straight on towards Crewe. So joining the main West Coast main line at Weave Junction through Acton Bridge, Hartford, Winsford, and then Crewe. So the train will reverse in Crewe and then go towards Chester. I think it takes about an hour longer than normal. I think if the diversion really did happen, I don't think Transport for Wales would actually run the route. Because you can just get like an LNWR train or Avanti to Crewe, and then change for an existing Transport for Wales service from Crewe to Chester. But this scenario pack it's not really real. It's just having fun with the route. This is Ditton. On the right is Ditton Freightliner terminal. So turn right and then arrive into Runcorn. As low as 80. The frame rate has gone back to normal, it's like 30. It's all buttery smooth. No, it's crap again. Ooh, water. Yeah, I should really upgrade my PC, but I don't really have money. Yeah, money is something you require in order to upgrade something. I'm pretty sure the components that I need cost a lot. Well, the components that I want. Like, I've already upgraded my RAM from 8 gig to 16 gig of DDR3. Next thing I'm looking to upgrade are my CPU and graphics card. So this is Runcorn station. It's a fairly small station. I've never been here. So aiming to stop by this shelter. So arrival into Runcorn. The train would usually continue via Frodsham, but due to engineering work, this train is being diverted via Crewe. The next stop is Crewe, where the next driver will take over. So switching forward, gear rate off, and power to notch 2. And there goes our tiny little train heading towards Crewe. Back in the cab. So next stop is Crewe at about 22 miles, so due in at 12:15. So about 15 minutes. Is it me or did it get quite a bit cloudier? So why does the front panel look completely white? Other than dynamic lighting being turned off. I guess if I did want money to get a new CPU and graphics card, I could sell my model trains, because I have quite the collection of model trains I can't use because of space. So what I could do is sell all my model trains and then buy a new CPU and graphics card. Just to make these videos look, you know, passable. Because if you look at it now, if you look at my videos and compare them to other people's videos look a lot better than mine do. I mean, look at that Pendolino, it looks completely white. I mean the bad kind of white. I think Pendolinos in real life are more greyish and not just like notepad white. So yeah, what I could do is sell my model trains, get quite a bit for that because there's a lot of it. Get money from the model trains, buy a new CPU and a new graphics card, put them into my new computer, and then sell my old CPU and graphics card. I wonder how long it'll be before I end up replacing every component in my computer. If I replaced every component in my computer, would I end up with a new one? Well, no, because you probably still keep the case. And you probably also keep the motherboard and the fans and the power supply. So yeah, current speed limit is 100, which is the maximum speed of the 175. So 175 is quite unique trains. I think they only operate in Wales and a little bit of North England, mainly the northwest, around like Manchester. So they were built in 2001 by Alstom in Birmingham for use by First Northwestern between, I think it was Birmingham and Manchester to like Holyhead. No, not Holyhead, Windermere and Blackpool. Before being transferred to Wales and Borders, which then became Arriva Trains Wales, which they were used all over Wales and a bit of northwest England. And then the Arriva Trains Wales franchise ended, and it was taken over by the Welsh Government. Which became Transport for Wales. Yeah, I think we're approaching Weaver Junction, where we join with the West Coast Main Line. So class 175s, they've come under two subclasses, 175-0 and 175-1. So 175-0s are formed of two coaches, like this one is, so one coach, two coaches. And the 175-1s are formed of three coaches, so one in the middle. So I think about the more interesting thing about 175s is that they can only work with themselves, and believe it or not, the class 180. The Pendle to Glasgow, 1052. I wonder if anyone has actually taken a picture of a 180 and a 175 coupled together. I think someone has during testing, like 19 years ago. So the next station will be Acton Bridge, which I've been to in real life. It's a very nice station, if not a bit barren. Because I don't remember seeing any toilets. I think there was one waiting room on the Downfast. And the platforms, they are really thin. Also parking sometimes can be a bit of a problem because there's a really small parking area. Yep, there's Acton Bridge. I think Acton Bridge to Weaver Junction is like, I don't know, a minute. Travelling at about 100. This is Acton Bridge. The Acton Bridge, the last time I saw a HST, which was the new measurement train, which was running between, I think it was Slateford Depot, I think it's somewhere near Edinburgh or something, somewhere in Scotland, and it was going to Crewe. I also saw a pair of Class 40s from, I think it was Crewe to Bury on the East Lancs Railway. So the scenario pack, I've done half the scenarios, I just need to do the other half. And I've forgotten what the other half are. It's a good thing I put them in an Excel spreadsheet. So we are due into Crewe in about 10 minutes. So between here and Crewe we have Hertford and then Winsford. After Winsford the line will go quad track and then we'll arrive into Crewe where we're due into platform 10. One of the Northern Bay platforms. Northern means in like north, east, south, west. It's a compass. Not Northern is in the train company. I should say northern facing. It says Hartford. That was Hartford. Do a passing shot. I haven't done one of those yet. Let's go a bit down here. Cool. So 175s, I don't think I've ever actually been on one, but I have no reason to. I mean, I see them all the time in Manchester. Oh, mainly the South Manchester. You know, Deansgate, Oxford Road, Piccadilly, the airport. Yeah, they're a nice unit. The only problem is acceleration. So yeah, 175s in treats. I think they come with the South Wales coast from Bristol to Swansea. They come with the North Wales coast from Crewe to Holyhead, and they come with the recently re-released Welsh Marches route from Shrewsbury to Newport. Which Inside a Gamer recently streamed. I think it was yesterday, even though the date of recording is the 9th, and this video should go out on the 10th. So yeah, what Inside a Gamer did, he took a 175, I think it was from Shrewsbury to Holyhead, no, not Holyhead, Hereford. Shrewsbury to Hereford in a 175. Yeah, he did it very well. Very good driver. Approaching Winsford with a 350 to Liverpool, 1 Foxtrot 40. With his taillights on for some reason. So shortly the double track should go to quad track. So I think the outer lines are only used by freight, so they can come off and go under the station. Well, under they approach the station and then head off towards Bradford Hall. But we're not doing that. We're going straight into Crewe. Oh yeah, as a warning, the frame rate will die in Crewe because of the amount of stuff. As in like scenery, not trains. But the thing about Crewe is that it is massive. Especially Bradford Hall. Bradford Hall is mainly electrified, which means Train Sim has to render each individual overhead wire. And it takes up a lot of resources. Maybe I should do another video in this train going to Chester, just to you know, complete the journey. So Liverpool to Crewe, Crewe Chester. You know, the long way around. Yeah, the 175, it takes a while to accelerate to 100, and then if you put the power to 0, it just drops like a brick. But if you do take a look outside, 175s, they're not particularly aerodynamic. They've got kinda like a flat front, except a tiny bit streamlined. And yeah, we are on level ground, so 3 miles to Crewe. So in real life, I have been to Crewe a lot of times. It is a really good station. It's just that you have to pick between either freight or the passenger bit, because the freight bit goes behind it in a separate line that goes near the stadium, or it could be passenger, which is the main station. I think some freight, like a very small amount of freight, does pass through the main station. It's just that it's easier to pass freight trains through Basford Hall because it's quieter. So at Crewe we'll join the line from Shrewsbury, Chester, Manchester, Piccadilly, and I think it's somewhere towards Derby. So at Crewe, it's a busy place. So in Crewe you have trains operated by, well, passenger trains. You have Event West Coast, London Northwestern Railway, Northern East Midlands Railway, Transport for Wales, and I think there's like one cross country per day heading south from Manchester. I think it's like a driver competency run, just so like the way cross country voyages go from like Manchester to Stafford is that they go via Stoke-on-Trent. I think one of them goes via Crewe just to keep up competency. Like, say one day Stoke-on-Trent was closed and they had to divert through Crewe. Looks like I have a yellow. Yellow and a route indication of Bravo. Okay. I think there's like a shunt signal down here. Also on the right is the preserved APT. I'm pretty sure it's a shortened version of the APT, which I've actually been inside, and the seats are really comfy because it's like, I think the APT was from the 80s, 70s, 80s, definitely not 90s. I think if I did do like another trains out video, I think I would either do Liverpool or Crewe. Just train fares, they're a pain. Because train fares, they're expensive. The thing about wearing a face covering is that you can't breathe, you can't talk, and it just chafes your ears. So yeah, I probably won't be going on any trains anytime soon because I just don't like wearing a face covering for really long periods of time. So yeah, this is Crewe where the video ends. Do you guys think about 10 FPS, 11 FPS, 10? 10. Okay, so this is the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed taking this 175 on a weird journey to Crewe. So subscribe for more train sim content, like the video if you're so inclined. Join my Discord for support if you need help with something. Follow me on Twitter for future video updates. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next video. Just pulling in next to this 150. And arrival into Crewe. Like that.